Hello to my psychic zodiac tribe. Thank you for joining me. I hope the new year has started safe and well for you all. Happy New Year. Hello Leo, and welcome to your zodiac wheel reading for January 2020. I nearly said 19. Okay, Leo. I'll focus for you now. And I'd just like to actually thank those of you for your prayers for rain for Australia through these difficult and heart-wrenching fires and bushfires that have ravished so much of the country. I'll now center myself and focus for you, for Leo, for January 2020. And invite Great Spirit, angels and my guides to join me in this reading for Leo. Thank you for any messages that come through in this reading for Leo's highest good and for the good of all concerned. What messages do you have for Leos for January? Oh, there we go. Okay. Starting here with the Ascendant. Ten of Swords. Ouch. I immediately heard ouch. So just be careful, Leos, of that accident-prone energy, because this here is indicating to me there's some sort of pain or suffering, whether it is emotional or physical. Usually in this position, with the first house being about your appearance and your persona and your physical characteristics, I feel that maybe there's some sort of physical ailment or something that you need to get looked at or sorted out. You're not wanting to. This is sort of saying that to me that you're feeling like tired and lethargic as well. So this is also speaking to me of making sure you get enough rest and not burning the candles at both ends. I just feel here, Leo, that you may be trying to do too much. There's those of you that are feeling that you're so capable, and you are, but keeping up with the, you know, the ton of things that you've got. Like there's 10 different things going on at once, and therefore that it possibly could also be your emotional state that is being presented here with this Ten of Swords. Now, we'll see what the Divine Direction cards, what message they have for you with dealing with that. Oh, look at that. You definitely need to rest and give your mind a break, because you got the music card. Express yourself by playing an instrument or singing music will lift your spirits. So this possibly could be more about your emotional state than the physical one, to lift your spirits. But nonetheless, if there's any of you out there that have suffered maybe a work injury or some other kind of physical ailment or inhibiting your physical abilities, and it could just be that there's restrictions on you, that you want to get out and do stuff, but there's something that's holding that up or standing in the way, and that's causing you a bit of painful experience as well. So, you know, listen to your favourite song, listen to nice calming music, give yourself that break, even if it's a case of having to wear earphones, you know, in order to do it, and you can't just, you know, have it blaring from your stereo, but just get yourself in a nice place and let the music take you on its journey. Now here in the second house you have the Hermit. So I feel that there's you're keeping some things tight to your chest. You're not willing to really divulge too much at the moment, and you're seeking, the lantern is shining a light of the way that you need to go, or the direction that you need to take, or the perspective that you need to look at things from. And the Hermit is a card that speaks to me of wisdom, using your wisdom. And here in the third house you've got the Ace of Pentacles, so that's new beginnings. The aces are creative power and beginnings. So if there's somewhere that you've been wanting to invest your resources in or take an interest in, this is letting you know that the beginning of that is on its way. And if you have already started, then you can carry on. The Pentacles are the symbol of money and trade and material gain. The area of the third house is close relations, neighbours, and communications, short journeys and transportation. So there could be a situation where you need to upgrade on your vehicle, or maybe you're making a decision to not use your vehicle as much and actually use more public transport and things like that. Cut down your carbon footprint. So if there's ever a time to start doing that, it's definitely now. Now, here is the moon in the 4th house. So there's a very strong mother energy with the moon, and the 4th house is ruled by traditionally Cancer, and therefore Cancer's ruled by the moon. So even though in the tarot the moon is a Pisces energy, but it's still a water sign energy. But so some of you may be really working on the mother-child relation, or you just may be experiencing that bond with the mother. And others of you with that there, it's also like being what do they call a homebody, sort of happy to be in your own home. Now, the moon also is something that reveals something that you need to know. So there's something being revealed to you to do with your family or your home. And it also is your home country area as well. There's revelations coming through about that here, with the moon being influencing this area, the base and your foundations. It also can be your hometown, where you have your childhood memories and things like that. So there is information or revelations coming through about that as well, being shown to me there. Now, the 5th house is the Empress influencing that. Well, that's lovely. And that will go a long way to lifting this mood here, this feeling of woe. And it is too the Ten of Swords. It is, you know, woe is me. And that's not to say that you're not rightfully entitled to feel that way, but the Empress there is in the area of fun, entertainment, matters of the heart, and children. So the Empress wants to move out of that energy, move out of feeling downtrodden, and lift the spirits. So that's a beautiful card to have there. I'm very happy to see that. It's a fruitfulness too. So I do feel that, you know, music is a key here for a lot of you Leos. You know, even if it's just turn it on and dance around the house like no one's looking. A party for one. That's always helpful. It's gets a lot of people through a lot of things. Or if you've got to do tedious work like housework, for example, pump up the stereo and get the music going while you do it. At least make a tedious job into something that's pleasurable. That's the key there with being able to make sure you can have fun, even though you're feeling that you're restricted in some ways. Now here in the area of work and home, co-workers, and your mind and body well-being area, your food, hygiene, health, that kind of thing, it's wanting you to rest. This is a card of rest. So those of you that can take some time off work, you really would be probably benefiting from that here through January. It's a good time to do that. Now, others of you may not be able to get time off work because there is the stellium in Capricorn in Leo's 6th house, which, as I said, is saying to you it's the house of health, food, hygiene, co-workers, your working conditions. karmic debts, because there is a strong influence here, especially through January, of karma. It's something that is to do with either past life or your life in this lifetime, but from this past, and or ancestral lineage, or the ancestors. Now this is affecting everybody, and the ancestral message can't really be denied. It's around for all of us at the moment in different areas. And for you, it is for you that your quest with this is to see the self as a part of the greater whole. So you need to learn that it's mind over matter to transform your preoccupation into spiritual unity. Because this is actually a house that actually does represent ceremonial magic too. So a ritual kind of thing. So you can actually use the energy of this stellium in that sixth house to create big things in your life at this time that will manifest over time, that you can directly look back and see that it was here in January 2020 where that started, you know, your perspective started to change, or the way you did things started to change. A lot of you will find that work is fun and you're enjoying being of service, and your mind and body are in focus and working in unity, and that's giving you a rest in this, you know, because all the hard work has actually paid off, because the stellium in Capricorn influencing that sixth house area wants the hard work, so you can get the rewards from it. And in this case it will be self-mastery. So there is a time there showing that, you know, contemplate those things and do the self-work and change what needs to be changed within yourself, and then the outer world will change accordingly. But then, as I said, there's those of you that just need a break from all the hard work and are looking to hibernate, and I can hear "bring on winter." So that could be you too. For those of you that are in the southern hemisphere, for those of you that are in the northern hemisphere, you possibly could be just about fed up with winter, just as we are a bit over summer down here. But we've still got a long way to go. Now the eclipse is in your 12th house, opposite this stellium that's affecting your 6th house. So with the eclipse in Cancer on the 11th of January, you may feel a little bit lost at sea. Okay? So your emotions may be a little bit afloat. You're feeling a little, it could be feeling a little bit overwhelmed, and that may be from other people's emotions. Now, meditation can really help you with this. Guided meditations, or again, music. The Tibetan bells are a wonderful thing to help you relax, and you can find that on YouTube. There's some really good ones to listen to, or even chakra balancing music is really good if you're going to take the time out to relax, which I really do feel that you're really pushing for. You want to be, and you'll be happy to have people be of service to you too with that Empress. So if they want to, let them. Okay. Now, we've got Mercury moving in there for you on the 17th of January into Aquarius. So there could be a lot of information if you've been waiting for information or waiting for people to get back to you, or you're trying to contact people, then this time could be around about from the 17th onwards when Mercury moves into Aquarius, which is also a sign to me of a bit of a lifting of the spirits. Now in the 7th house area you've got influencing that the 5 of Wands. Now that's a call to action, the Wands, especially the 5 of Wands to me, because it indicates growth and energy. Okay, and that is a competitive symbol, the 5. They're having an arm wrestle, so they're trying to compete to find out who's the strongest, or to prove who's the strongest. So I do feel that that is something that will be influencing the business partnerships and marriage partnerships. Is a bit of a competitive energy, quite strong there. Now here in your 8th house you have the King of Wands, so that's a fire sign energy. Sagittarius, Aries, Leo. And the King of Wands is again, he's someone that takes action. So being in the polar opposite from your 2nd house, where you're contemplating and doing some soul work, inner work on yourself, and trusting your own inner guidance, listening to your higher self too with that Hierophant. This is representing someone who can help you do that. This does also, this area of the chart is about other people's resources and how you use them. It's also government resources, and it's a pure energy, so there's no sort of underhanded malice connected with this fire sign person. Now, do you need to talk to somebody about your career, or maybe it's as I said, maybe it could be something to do with your health issues that you may need to get into a specialist or something like that. But this person is that you can use their resources, or you can tap into their abilities. Yeah, so that's a good sign there. Now, also affecting your 8th house area here through January, well, for a while actually, because Neptune is a slow moving planet. It's one of the generational planets. So Neptune is in Pisces. Now on the 11th, which is the eclipse is on the 11th, Neptune goes direct in Pisces. So again, something that has been maybe delayed or kept from you is going to start moving, or you're going to have it revealed to you. I do feel that moon down here is certainly information being revealed. Now, remembering that through the walk of life, through life, there's a thing that I call the walk of life, and the walk of life is 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Now, even though there may be that need to take a step back, you still keep moving forward because you've taken 2 steps forward, you've only had to step back once. Okay, so take it easy in that and think things through carefully, because this eclipse on the 11th or the 12th, depending on where you are, it is a bit of a bittersweet energy connected to it, and there's a need to, you know, keep yourself under control and not necessarily worry about whether or not you have to control others. If they don't want to do something that you tell them to do, or they don't agree with you, that's fine, and you can say that. Well, that's fine, you don't have to, but that's what I'm doing, that type of thing. Yeah, so it's letting others tap into their own wisdom. It's also, you know, something that lasts for, the effects of the eclipse last for at least 6 months after eclipses, I feel. And so in a way, there's those of you that can have that lifestyle change that align you with your highest good. Okay, now here is the devil influencing your 9th house, and I really have to say, all the wheels I've done so far, the devil has come up in nearly all of them, and it's a big Saturn message, big Saturn influence, and it really is. We are under a very, very powerful Saturn influence. Saturn, Pluto, the Sun and Mercury are all in this stellium around the time of this eclipse. So the week building up to it and a few days after it is a time to really think things through carefully, okay, and that acceptance and tolerance, because that there's something that doesn't compromise, and that is Saturn energy that doesn't like to compromise. And the Saturn energy is also wanting you to be consistently repeating your effort. It's repetitive hard work, but this can bring the turning point that you've been needing on your journey so far, but it's only once you learn your lessons. So you could have your lessons continually being repeated until you learn your lesson, because Saturn is the great teacher, the Lord of Karma. And you know, it's no mistake that we're all here at this time on the earth with everything that's going on, because it's a part of our karma to deal with it and sort it out in our personal lives as well as in a global sense. Now, in the 10th house, the zenith of the wheel, you have the 4 of Pentacles. So that's very nice, because the 4 of Pentacles is letting me know that you know, you are working hard, Leo, with all that stellium energy there in that 6th house area. You can't but help work hard, whether it's you working hard for yourself or being employed by others. Whichever way it goes, you're also being able to, you know, build building blocks, and hold on to your money, hold on to your resources. So you're not going to be frittering things away, and it is a really good time now to, you know, put some money away. They say put some money away for a rainy day. Well, if you're in Australia, rainy days don't come very often at this time of year, so you'll have a really good bank account. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, so setting things up and having your resources expanding, I feel, is being shown to you there. And then here we have the, yet again, working hard. So you Leos are really really putting in the hard yakka. So I do feel that the Capricorn energies that are especially influenced by Saturn and Pluto conjunction that's going on, as well as the stellium, and Jupiter is coming over to touch each of those planets over the time ahead, is going to bring you the rewards that you've been seeking, because you're putting in the hard work and you're even learning new skills and applying them. They could be new life skills that you're learning, or they could be actual things that you're learning through your, being trained through work or something like that. But Eight of Pentacles is a work card, and it's also saying that there's financial blessings coming your way. And it's the manifestation area here in the 11th house, as well as your hopes and dreams and your social circles, friendships. So there is financial gain. There's definitely financial gain there. So that's really nice. If that's what you've been working so hard to attain, you can really see it materializing and manifesting here for you from January onwards. Now, that's not to say that you're still not wanting to just get away from everything. This is also a card that is symbolizing you worrying. You're worrying about this, you're worrying about that, and having that experience. The best way I can explain it is, when you're trying to go to sleep at night, and that's when you're being tired for ages before, and then you finally get to bed, you lay down, ready to go to sleep, and bang, off goes the monkey mind. And it talks about everything and tells you everything. So that's a good time to maybe put your earplugs in and listen to some of those Tibetan bells, the Tibetan monks, and their pardon me, their beautiful music. Oh, excuse me. To help quieten the mind and help to train the mind to stop thinking about that and come back to listening to this beautiful music, for example. Because you being tired isn't what you need. You don't need to be so drained and tired, and I do get that feeling for you, Leos, that you are feeling that it's just, a slog. No matter how young you are, you're still feeling it. It will lift, as I said, that will lift from the end of January, or after the 21st, 22nd of January, because the sun will also be going into Aquarius, so you'll be feeling a lot fresher and a sense of things lifting off you. So you just got to go easy on yourself and do some nice things for yourself in the meantime. And just keep looking at your bank account. If you are seeing the fruits of your labour, that'll pick your spirits up. And there's 1, 2, 3 Pentacles, so that's material gain and high finance. So that's a good sign. So what messages does Divine Direction Oracle have for Leos for January. What remedy do you have? Or antidote? Remedy. There we go. We've got 2. Okay, so some of your worries are about family, but it's saying to not deny that family mean everything to you, Leos, because it does, and reconnect with them, and you can just you don't have to go and be a slave to any of them, but you just simply pop them a little message letting them know that you love them. It is in the giving of the love that we receive our healing. And affirm. So when your mind is also not wanting to stop, when you need that rest and break, create your own affirmations. Think of words and phrases that inspire you and write them down. Or just, use your affirmations. And I am healthy, radiant being, things like that. My income is constantly increasing. That's another good affirmation to use. Yeah, so or my children are happy and prosperous and healthy. That is also another way of using your affirmations. Okay, so now I will just do your confirmation card. What message do you have for Leos? Oh, okay, how many we got? Alright, Leo, we'll give you the 3 of them. So the first one is frog, soundly based. Settle into a solid position on your lily pad in the middle of the pond. Master of all you survey. You can lay a firm foundation at the centre, flicking your log, sticking tongue out to catch passing insects of opportunity. When the pod becomes stagnant, one mighty hop sets you free. There you go. There's a bit of a leap of faith being shown to you there, which also it does correlate with the energies with this stellium, because it is a bit of a quantum leap that we're taking here through 2020, and certainly from the end of January. In a way, January is probably one of the toughest months to get through. Okay, so that is another part of the message of the stellium for you too, being here in this 6th house, is self-mastery. So master yourself first. Always remember, got to look after the self first, and then there's more than enough to look after others. And then you have horse medicine, adventurous. Like a magnificent wild horse rearing up on the horizon, show a sense of adventure and free spirit. Gallop freely with the wind riffling through your mane. Full of nobility, daring and passion. Cover plenty of territory, mentally, emotionally and perhaps geographically. Is there a holiday coming? You're going on an adventure. That Empress energy there in that 5th house of fun is going to enjoy that. And then you have elephant, excessive. So that's letting you know to scale things down instead of being caught like a big lumbering oaf on an elephant in a delicate environment. Going over the top can create a white elephant, leaving you vulnerable to ivory traders. Tread more gently rather than trumpeting your presence. So you may have to scale things down, Leo. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me, Leo, and I'll talk to you again soon. Until then, many blessings to you and yours. Stay safe, and namaste from Australia. Now, for any of you out there that are watching, also, I have left links in the description box below to just let you know in case there's anyone that would like to donate or find some of the sites in Australia where they may be able to help or be of assistance. I have left those links. They are legitimate links that will take you to the website. Check them out and click on them, and they will take you to the different charities that are taking care of this crisis down here at the moment. Again, thank you for your blessings and well wishes. Talk to you again soon.